Hello Formula One fans, and we are back again with another incredible video for you. Alfa Romeo announces Zhou as Valtteri Bottas' new teammate for 2022. F1 Experiences is proud to announce that new Alfa Romeo drivers Valtteri Bottas and Zhou will make several exclusive appearances in 2022 with Alfa Romeo. The new driver lineup at Alfa Romeo for the 2022 season marks a complete overhaul for the Swiss-Italian team. Several drivers retired at the end of last season, including 2007 world champion Kimi Räikkönen, as well as Antonio Giovinazzi, who is pursuing a Formula E career. In addition to the 2007 world champion Kimi Räikkönen, Antonio Giovinazzi, who is seeking a career in Formula E, retired at the end of last season. In addition to Valtteri Bottas, who is departing Mercedes after 5 seasons alongside Lewis Hamilton, we have Zhou, a rookie Chinese driver with Formula 2 experience. Valtteri Bottas has competed in 178 races since his debut during the 2014 and 2015 season for Williams, where Bottas constantly finished on the podium. He was called up by Mercedes to replace retiring world champion Nico Rosberg for the 2017 season. It's no secret that the Finn spent the last 5 years at the most successful team of the turbo hybrid era, though his performance was overshadowed by teammate Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton added 4 more drivers' titles during that period, though Bottas was also at times a very worthy opponent. In addition to winning 10 races himself, Bottas also helped Mercedes win the Constructors' titles during all 5 years of his 4-year partnership with the team. Bottas will be working with a rookie teammate at Alfa Romeo in his 3rd F1 team in 2022, hoping to renew his career in a leadership role. Zhou, 22, will become China's first full-time driver in Formula 1 in 2022. Born in Shanghai, which has hosted the Chinese Grand Prix since 2006, Zhou has been climbing through the motorsport ladder since moving to Europe 10 years ago. After winning several karting championships, Zhou moved to single-seat racing in 2015 and was successful early on, finishing 2nd in the Italian F4 Championship. He went on to win 3 more races. For the past 3 seasons, Zhou has competed in Formula 2, the final step on the ladder of Formula 1. While at the Ferrari Driver Academy from 2014 to 2018, he switched to the Alpine Academy, previously the Renault Sport Academy, in 2019. In his best season yet, Zhou won 4 races as he finished 3rd in the Formula 2 standings behind Robert Schwartzman and Oscar Piastri. After completing his racing apprenticeship, Zhou will graduate to Formula 1 with Alfa Romeo in 2022. The only rookie on the F1 grid will face a tough baptism of fire, but Zhou believes he is well prepared for the immense challenge of the Formula 1. Let's talk a bit about the Alfa Romeo F1 team. Alfa Romeo F1 team operates by Sauber Motorsport and is headquartered in Switzerland. Alfa Romeo is the oldest automobile brand in the world and is one of only 2 F1 teams based in continental Europe. Now, it is part of the Stellantis group, which owns Chrysler, Fiat, Citroën, Jeep, Opel and Peugeot, even though Alfa Romeo's Giuseppe Farina and Jean-Manuel Fango won the first 2 titles of the modern F1 World Championship in 1950 and 1951, they have fallen from prominence despite early success, before returning to the sport a few years ago. It has only competed at the highest level for a few years. Since the late 1970s to the mid-1980s, Alfa Romeo has mainly operated as a constructor and engine supplier, which has produced few memorable results. If you are someone who eats, drinks and lives for, well, I mean a crazy Formula 1 fanatic, consider subscribing to our channel for more awesome videos. With that being said, let's continue. Alfa Romeo returned to the F1 grid for the first time in 2019 following a multi-year partnership with Sauber Motorsport in late 2017. The new Alfa era began with a promising start in 2018 when Kimi Räikkönen and Antonio Giovinazzi scored 57 points together to place 8th in the 2019 construction standings. Results have been less impressive in the last 2 seasons. In 2022, the team will be hoping that the new technical regulations, along with the new driver lineup, will help both of them and their competitors move up the grid. Zhou will become China's first full-time F1 driver when he takes over the Alfa Romeo team from Valtteri Bottas in 2022. The 22-year-old is currently competing for this season's F2 title, and he has tested older F1 machines as a test driver. The question is, why did Alfa Romeo choose Zhou, and how did the deal come together? And who else was in the running for the seat? Answer: several months ago, he was linked with a move to F1 with Alfa Romeo, and was chosen ahead of Antonio Giovinazzi, who had announced he was leaving the team earlier that day. Bringing in Zhou continues the Kiwi-based team strategy of pairing experience with youth, as he joins Mercedes Bottas, who has won 10 Grand Prix races. As a result of his performance in his hero Fernando Alonso's Alpine, he was only the second mainland Chinese to drive a car in a Grand Prix practice early this year. Having Guanyu Zhou on the Alfa Romeo racing team is a pleasure, Vajul said. It is clear from his results in F2 that he is a very talented driver, and we are looking forward to helping him succeed even further in Formula 1. As a new Chinese fan, we are looking forward to welcoming all the new Chinese fans that will join us in 2022. We are also proud of our lineup for 2022, and we are confident that Zhou will form a very successful partnership with Bottas. We will do our utmost to make the experience of our sport in China as positive as possible through Alfa Romeo Racing, a historical brand that embodies the spirit of Formula 1. As Zhou noted, I have dreamt of climbing high in a sport that I am passionate about from an early age, and I have achieved that dream. It is an immense challenge for me to compete in Formula 1, the pinnacle of my sport, alongside a proven world-class talent like Bottas. My goal is to learn as much as possible, as quickly as possible next year. Thanks to Alfa Romeo Racing for this opportunity. The fact that I will be the first Chinese driver in Formula 1 is also a major milestone in Chinese motorsports history. I will take this opportunity as motivation to become better and do more. Stefano Domenicali, President and CEO of Formula 1, said the announcement of Guanyu Zhou joining F1 next season is fantastic news for the sport and its devoted Chinese fans. There is a pyramid in F2 that promotes talent from the top of the sport, and the Chinese fans will be thrilled by Zhou's talent, and we will be able to entertain them and keep them engaged in 2022. Your comments are heavily welcomed, and we would love to know what you think. What changes will Alfa Romeo drivers Bottas and Zhou be making with F1 experiences in 2022? So comment now. We hope this video gave you a good insight into how Formula 1 is doing right now. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to see what we post next.